Hi everybody, welcome to Draw What I Want, a channel where I learn how to draw and I share my experience with you all. So thank you so much for being a part of this journey. And actually, funny fact, I've just been recording myself for about 5 minutes talking, and then I've realized that I didn't press record properly. So I'm just starting this all over again. But welcome. Thank you so much for joining. If you are learning to draw as well, welcome. Let's learn to draw together, kind of share tips, mistakes, and just enjoy the journey, together. So in today's video, I'm going to be challenging myself to draw grapes, and this is the picture I'm going to be using as reference. Sorry, there's a bit of a reflection there, but just to let you know, the place where I've gotten this picture from is called Color Oasis. I just thought I'd give a reference. It's an app on Android where you're basically given a picture. You can choose a picture and then you color it in by numbers. I've really enjoyed it. It was my kind of starting point that kind of guided me to actually start drawing. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of let you guys know where I've taken this picture from. All right. And yeah, the reason why I've picked this picture as well is because I thought it's pretty straightforward, nothing too complicated, because, as a beginner artist, it's a good starting point. So if you are learning to draw as well, please feel free to kind of follow along or just watch me basically practice and learn from my mistakes and remember to have fun. But also another reason why I've selected this picture is because grapes are a perfect example of the overlapping spheres. And this is something that I've learned in the lesson 2 of Mark Kisler's book. So if you are learning to draw, as I say, and if it does happen that you are actually using this book to kind of teach you, then it's in lesson 2, overlapping spheres. So I thought drawing these grapes today will be a perfect opportunity to practice this kind of technique and put knowledge into practice to see how well I do. Lovely. Okay, so it should be a nice, fun challenge exercise. I might kind of split it into 2 videos. I'll see how far I go. Okay, and yeah, I kind of I tested it out a little bit yesterday just to see how well I do it or not well, and yeah, just to kind of give me an idea. Okay, so I've got quite a few bits around here. So I'm going to be using my sketchbook, the pencil, sharpener if I need it, the eraser, and also my set of colorful pencils here. Okay, lovely. So let's begin. Happy Monday, by the way, everybody. Hope you all had a nice weekend. And hope Monday's been treating you well, whether it's the beginning of the week for you or just any other day. I hope you've been having a lovely day. Okay. All right, so let me just move a few bits away from here just to give me a little bit more space. I'll just put this here. Okay, so let's just begin by drawing the circles. And I'm just wondering whether I should, this is what I'm starting to learn. I'm starting to think like I should be marking it where the edges of the picture. Okay, so this was the top of the leaf and then this is the circle. So first of all, right, what I'm learning is that it's always best to focus just on one thing at a time rather than looking at the picture as a whole, as an overall, because it can become quite overwhelming. So let's have a look. So we've got these circles and the spheres here. So we've got one main one, 1, 2, 3, and then the one on the right, and then we've got 3 here and then 2. So this is what I'm going to start with. So I'm just going to draw one circle here, and then there's one here, and then there's one here, and then there's one on the side, and then so we've got one here, and then another one here, third one at the bottom, and then one here, and then actually one here, quite a big one. Okay, so that's the grapes we've got, okay? Then we want to draw leaves. So we've got leaves. They both cover kind of 2 of these grapes. And then the first grape, the first leaf is kind of here. Top one, and then the other one is kind of here, here, and then here. Okay, so we'll go from this side. So we've got like that. Okay. So it's already coming out a little bit too much, this one is, no worries. So let's just try and fix it somehow. So that's the big one. That's it. Just gonna bring it in a little bit. I think because the grapes could have been a little bit bigger, but it's fine. So we'll just do this one first. And then I wonder if next time it's better for me to start with the leaf itself and then do the grapes around it, because at the moment a little bit the leaves are bigger than the grapes itself. And then we've got that. That's that. Okay, and now the wooden thingy. So we've got 2 bits here, and then one is kind of going up a little bit. Then this one. Then this one goes down. The other one's going up. Then it's kind of look around here. So there's around there. And then think it goes like that. And then that one's there. Yeah, so that's what we've got, the main thing. Yeah, because I'm thinking maybe next time whenever I draw, maybe I draw the first kind of grape and then the second one somehow, maybe just the first part with the leaf, and then this one, and then the bottom one will be kind of accordingly. But that's pretty much the kind of main thing. Because I would have wanted it to be a lot larger, to be honest. So yeah, maybe next time I'll start with the leaves first, because that will give me an idea how to measure the actual grapes. All right, so now we've got the white bits there, the shadows, the lights, and then we'll color it in. So actually I'm not gonna bother with that one because I know what it's like, because the minute I'm gonna start coloring it in, the dark pencil is gonna start smudging everything. All right, so we'll start maybe with the wooden bit. So there's a few. You know, there is another app, you know, like when you use different apps on your phone, like if you're playing games or whatever, it starts advertising your other games, so or different coloring, whatever it's been using, right? So there's been another app that's been advertised, and I thought, oh, that's quite cool. I think it's called Simply Learn to Draw, and that kind of caught my attention because it looked quite interesting, the way it teaches you to learn. So I might give it a go. It's an additional tool anyway. I think I'm just going to make this really simple, really basic. I think sometimes, you know, like if you've had a busy day, I don't know, whatever, at work or with the family, whatever it is that you do, you just want to make the drawing session as relaxing as possible. Sometimes you want to add like every single detail, but then the other time, even just a little bit is enough. Like, it's good enough. You know how I've got this saying, like, wherever you are in your drawing journey is perfect. So this is how I'm feeling like right now. I just wanna do a little bit of the drawing. I just don't have the energy to focus on every single detail. I just want to make it more restful, relaxing, and still feel like I've done something. You know, one thing as well that I've started noticing, like sometimes because I review my videos and because I'm a left-hander, what I've noticed is I always kind of go like that, and my whole sleeve smudges everything that I've drawn. Like, for example, if I'm drawing on the right side, everything that I've done on the left side smudges. So I need to be a little bit more mindful to find a way around it, basically, because it's not good, I don't think. everything gets smudged. It's obviously, it's a good thing I'm not wearing a white or any other color, but also for the drawing, I keep smudging it. It's not good. I've seen somewhere in the video, quite a few different artists been using it. They basically, what they do is sorry, let me just grab this. For example, they will put like a piece of paper or something else, and then they will lean it. Maybe I'll try that. So they will lean on it and do the painting, do the drawing, so that the actual page does not get smudged. So maybe I'll try this. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so we've done the wooden bit there. Let's do the leaves now. So we've got, with the leaves, we've got I think we've got three main colors here: really light one, medium, and then a bit of a darker one. So let's go ahead with that. Just gonna grab a drink. Right, let's see. So the green ones. I did sharpen all the pencils beforehand. I've done it this morning actually. So they're all looking nice and sharp. Okay, so what color do I have here? Yeah, I don't think I've got that. That's a nice color. And then that's a nice color as well. So the darker color is here. So if I'll color it in first, and then I'll go over the black pencil afterwards, so that it doesn't get smudged. So it's kind of like, so it's like that, and then the lighter one is here. There we go. Maybe even a little bit like that. Yeah, that looks nice. And then the second one here, this one's quite, this one's a little bit dark on this side. And then yeah, like this, and then the lighter one will be on this side. Okay. All right, so the leaves are done, so I'll just show you where we are. So there we go. So we've got the wooden bit, the leaves, and then my side. Yeah, as I say, guys, please feel free to follow along. It's nice and relaxing. Nice different colors as well. and it you know, it develops your, it kind of moves you forward a little bit on your drawing journey. A little bit of drawing is better than no drawing. You know, when I say it's like with everything else, it's like, for example, if you do running, or if you do exercising, or if you do like workouts, or even if you do studying, for example, like reading or writing, you know, like even one sentence or even one word is better than nothing, isn't it? It's just a tiny, it's you know, you've showed up, you've done a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna color in the grapes themselves, and with the grapes, so we've got like a lilac one, purple, pink, and light pink, and then we've got the white bits there. Okay, let's have a look. Maybe it's kind of good that it turned out quite small anyway, because it's quite, I might be able to complete it in one go. If it was as big as, for example, the planet that I did the other day, or even the strawberry, that's when it takes quite a while. So maybe this one worked out just perfectly. As I say, it's just a confirmation. Wherever you are in your drawing journey is perfect. So just follow your intuition, follow your instinct. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, and enjoy the journey. Have fun with it. Bring out the inner child out of you, you know? So I don't have any lilac ones. I mean, we've got, I don't know, maybe, so I'll have these three colors. So that's what I'm gonna go for. Nice. So that's what I'm gonna go for. So we've got dark ones here. It's interesting to see how the shadowing is, oh, I've got to remember to put this one in, where the picture is showing the shadows, you know, because this is one thing that I'm still very, very new to. So for example, if the light source is like somewhere here, then it's interesting to see on a picture where you have to do the darker spots or the lighter spots. Okay, so we've got darker ones here. But actually, when I was doing the lesson from the book by Mark Kisler, the lesson, so he was saying that the shadows must be done like between each edge to separate the spheres, like to separate the objects, to make a clear distinction where each one is. Right. So that's that. So this one's already quite light. So we've got a little bit of dark there. A It's a bit of dark there. Just gonna do it this way. But you know, I was actually looking at the picture of like a photograph of real life grapes, and it had watermarks on it, like it's been washed. And I thought to myself, no, it looks a little bit challenging to draw for myself right now. I'll just stick with a picture, like a drawn picture for now. So just do a little bit of here. Now we've got this ones. Yeah, this one could have been a little bit more rounder, but it's okay. Right, so just gotta remember where the darker spots are. The shadows. So this one's darker. This one's darker. This one's fairly light. I'll probably put this one's a bit darker. Yeah, this one's a bit darker. This one's a bit darker. Excuse me. Yeah, this one's quite dark. This one's quite dark, almost even halfway. Okay, and then this one, the darker bits are here. And then a little bit, yeah, so that's fine. Maybe here, got a little bit darker bits. I'll just put a little bit here. Yeah, so that's the darker bit. I'll just show you what I was doing. So the darker bit. Now we'll go for a little bit of a lighter one, the pink one. So, and then what I'll do, I'll probably just smudge it with the tissue like I did before in previous videos. So we'll just do that. And I've just got to remember to leave these bits white. Okay. And then this one's. Okay, and then we'll just do this one. What color is this? It's, I wouldn't say it's light, say it's just a different tone of it, which I think is fine, because we'll just mix it in. We just need to make sure that we're leaving this one's white. Maybe kind of like a tiny little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Oh, careful. And then just tiny bit, tiny bit. Oops, just went out a little bit. Tiny bit there. Okay, so I can probably even do more of, like, what do you think? I think we can probably do even a little bit more here, just to make it, what is it, like a plum color, or you know, the black grapes, the dark blue grapes. So yeah, we can probably make them a little bit like that. What do you guys think? I don't think it's too bad for the first attempt. I mean, the leaves, yeah, you know, that's the good thing about challenging yourself to draw something for the first time, kind of overcoming your fear, taking yourself out of the comfort zone. You do it, and then yes, fine, you might not do it perfectly, and you're gonna make mistakes, but then automatically you'll want to kind of say to yourself, how can I make it better next time? You know, how, you know, this is what I mean, like, because the minute I start drawing, I'm thinking to myself, should I start with the leaves first? Do I measure it first? How do I make it better? So yeah, definitely recommend challenging yourself, guys. Practice different things numerous times, because you know what they say, practice makes it perfect. So yeah, definitely good. Okay, I think I'm probably just gonna leave it at that, to be honest. Yeah, I think that was enough for today's session. Nice and simple, cute. I'm just gonna sign it. Anya's grapes, because you know what I say, you never know, it might cost $1 million in future. But yeah, as a first attempt, I don't think it's too bad. Obviously, I did want to make it bigger, but yeah, as I say, for the amount of energy that I have today, the fact that I've actually turned up and I've actually drawn something, I think it's an achievement. Proud of myself, and I hope you find this video helpful in any way. I hope it encourages you as well to challenge yourself, to push yourself forward, not to put too much pressure, on yourself, but enjoy it at the same time. Have fun with it. Find inspiration from anywhere, really. But as I say, I've been using this app for the time being, and it's been quite fun, to be honest. So, kind of combining the formal, structured kind of drawing session by the book with a bit of a creative outburst. So yeah, so this is me for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for following along. I hope you enjoyed it. And please feel free to like the video, maybe subscribe to the channel as well if you would like to continue following my journey. And please feel free to share your progress and your feedback and your thoughts, where you're at on your drawing journey in the comments of this video. All right then, well, thank you so much again, guys. Have a lovely rest of the day, rest of the afternoon, evening, wherever you are, and have a great week. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.